You didn't start your online business to deal with a revenue roller coaster, meaning 1 month you're feeling on top of the world, you booked 3 clients, maybe you had 10 sales, and you're like, I'm finally getting it. Only until you move into the next month and it's like literal crickets for sales. And no matter what you do, you can't book a client. So it's this constant, I'm making money, I'm doing great, I'm not making any money, what am I doing wrong? Am I in the right place? Oh, I'm making money, I'm doing this right again. So why do we stay on this constant revenue roller coaster, and how can we exit immediately? I know this exact feeling because I rode that roller coaster for probably too long when I got started in 2016, and I probably rode that roller coaster for a good 3 to 4 years before I figured out what I'm gonna share with you in this video. And if you're anything like me, you cannot stand the inconsistency of what you're making because you can't plan for anything in advance. And I am a huge planner. Let me know if you're a planner down in the comments as well. And if I can't plan out how much I'm gonna make each month to figure out what I can invest in, can I hire this virtual assistant? Can I invest in this coaching program or this mastermind that I want to be in to take my business and myself to the next level, it is just impossible to do if you're riding that revenue roller coaster. But to exit that revenue roller coaster involves an evergreen launch strategy and constantly feeding that strategy. By the end of this video, you're gonna completely understand what I mean by feeding this launch evergreen strategy, but more importantly, how to actually do that. Otherwise, buckle up, buttercup, because you're gonna ride that revenue roller coaster for quite some time. Now, evergreen launch strategies are the best way to start getting some consistent income every single month, but I still believe, even to this day, that you need to be incorporating some type of live launch into your business and your marketing plan at least once or twice a year. What I mean by a live launch strategy is having this full promotional period where you're talking a lot about your offers or your coaching program or your courses. You have a launch hype piece like a webinar or a challenge, and you're just drumming up really a lot of visibility. You have in this launch a specific time when the cart opens and the cart closes. Maybe you have certain bonuses, special bonuses during this period of time that people can buy. And then when the door closes or the cart closes, that's when those bonuses go away. It doesn't mean your course or your coaching program goes away to buy, because remember, we're gonna do evergreen launch strategy, but you have certain promotional pieces during this launch period to just get an influx or a cash injection into your business. The other important reason why you should do a live launch is it's going to allow you to collect so much data in a quick amount of time to figure out what is and isn't working in your launch strategy, even your evergreen launch strategy, and also testing different messages, testing different bonuses, testing different email subject lines. Like, you could just test quite a few things in a live launch and get the results back quicker. Now, I actually did a more detailed video specifically on the difference between my live launch and my evergreen strategy, and I will link it, I think, on this side, one of these up here. And I would definitely watch that next if you're trying to figure out where you should be focusing on right now, doing a live launch or doing an evergreen strategy. That video goes into way more detail for you. So real quickly, I want to go over a few of the main steps of a evergreen launch strategy, and then talk about the important part that nobody ever really shares. So when you think about an evergreen launch strategy, it's basically a sales funnel. So an evergreen launch strategy is basically a funnel, and the top part of this funnel is basically a webinar or a challenge, something that's going to trigger this entire funnel to get somebody to buy your course or your one-on-one coaching or services. So we have our webinar, our challenge, or workshop, free workshop, paid workshop, whatever you want to do. Once they sign up for this and they see this, this is where you are making the pitch to your course, to your one-on-one services, right? And when this is done, when the webinar is done, when the challenge is done, they're going to fall into an evergreen email sequence that is going to continue pitching them the benefits and case studies and reasons why they need your course and why they should buy it now. So now, after they've got the pitch, you're sending them that series of emails, and it's not like this course is never available, right? You're not saying get it now or you'll never be able to get it. You're giving them certain bonuses or maybe a price decrease or a coupon code that if they buy during this series, during this time period, say 5 to 7 days, anytime during the year, it gives them a reason, it gives them an incentive to buy. And you're not lying, because you may still have your course on your website or on a sales page that people can buy at any point in time. But what makes these emails more powerful is if you have incentives or bonuses for just the people going through this particular funnel. So let's say they buy in this email series, in this evergreen launch strategy that you set up. Boom, you've made a sale, right? Now, if they didn't buy, there are two different options that you could do. You could offer them a downsell. Maybe your course was $497 and you have a little tiny piece of that course that's still going to get them a win. That's $97. So you send them an email saying, hey, I understand you weren't ready yet for this course, but I also have this that's going to help you achieve this particular thing. And that can allow you to still make a sale from this funnel, even though it's not the full $500. The other thing that you can do is just send them an email and say, hey, why didn't you buy? What are you looking for? I want to make products and programs that my audience really enjoys, and just start getting them to give you feedback. This is going to be the best marketing research that you've ever had. Because if they went through this entire funnel and they were reading these emails, opening these emails, you're gonna get the truth on why they didn't buy. Maybe it was your emails. Maybe you didn't communicate what the benefits were. Maybe you didn't give enough results on what they were gonna achieve. So those are the two options that you could do at the end of this funnel. Now, the next part I wanna talk about is what a lot of people don't help with or provide context or education on. It's how do we feed this funnel? Because if we aren't getting people into this funnel, we aren't getting sales, and we all can't afford to spend thousands of dollars on Facebook ads, Instagram ads. So how can we feed this funnel? The more people, beautiful people, right, that you get into this funnel, the more you're going to make. And so I choose as my content piece, which is how I'm getting in front of people, how I'm convincing people to sign up for webinars, for challenges, how I'm getting people into my funnel, is YouTube. Obviously. So let's talk about why I want to focus on YouTube, and I think it should probably be a key piece of your business as well. It's because YouTube is evergreen content. So if you don't want to be dancing on TikTok or creating, 5 reels a week, showing up on stories every day and doing like the whole routine on Instagram to grow and get visibility, you can really create once a week strategic content on YouTube that will get in front of the right people. Now, we're not trying to get in front of all the people, the right people, and you're only creating one video a week. And that one video a week can be syndicated into email content, blog content, Instagram content if you want to. But your YouTube videos are going to last for weeks, months, even years to come, as opposed to a reel. So when I'm focusing on where I want to spend my time, what piece of content is going to give me longevity, which type of content is going to live the longest, that's why I focus on YouTube. Now, a lot of people think that you're going to need loads of subscribers to actually start making money here on YouTube. And while the YouTube monetization piece is an added revenue stream, I make enough from YouTube, like YouTube sending me a check to pay for my video editor. It is not income that I rely on, because if you're creating strategic videos that are targeting the right person, which I'm going to talk about here in the next part, you're gonna get your very first video in front of that right person, that person who is ready to buy from you from day one. Meaning you can make money off of your YouTube videos with your very first video if you understand the right kind of content to create on YouTube. And I know this for a fact because not only does my YouTube channel of a small 50,000 subscribers, which I get harassed about all the time on how can I believe you? Why should I believe you? You're a small YouTube channel. Well, I've made over $500,000 the last 2 years in my business focusing on my YouTube content and getting leads from YouTube. I also have countless clients and case studies that are getting more sales and more leads from YouTube even when they are just starting out, particularly Jean, who with less than 1,000 subscribers made almost $10,000 because of her YouTube channel. So it works. I'm telling you, if you're creating the right content for YouTube, you don't need loads of subscribers to make it profitable for you to spend time creating YouTube content. Now I've gone ahead and erased that funnel because now you can see how this evergreen launch strategy works, but I want to move into the second part of this video where I want to share how we're going to feed it from YouTube particularly. Now on YouTube, like I said, you want to be focused on quality viewers, not quantity. You want to get in front of the people who know they have a problem, who know there's a solution out there. They find you, realize you have the solution, and bam, their credit cards are whipped out and they're ready to buy your course or your one-on-one service. Now, the reason why you're getting in front of these people is because when you create content on YouTube for business owners, this is not for YouTubers or influencers or people who want to be famous on YouTube. I'm talking about those of you that are selling courses, digital products, and one-on-one offers. You want to be focused on search-based traffic so that when you're ready to buy audience, you're ready to buy viewer types their problem into YouTube to find a solution, there's your video. They find your video, they watch it, maybe binge some more of your content and realize, that is the person that I need to buy from. That is the person I need to work with. That person has my solution. So you are showing up for them when they are ready to get their problem solved. And if you have that solution that matches with their problem, that's what's going to convert over on YouTube. The second reason why YouTube works so well is because it is long form content. So just think about it. If somebody is willing to watch 2, 3, 4 videos of yours that are 10, 15 minutes long, they're committed to learning from you. They're getting a sense of your teaching style, your personality, your vibes, right? As opposed to a 15 or 30-second reel they may watch, right? So when they are watching multiple long-form videos from you over on YouTube, each video they watch, they become warmer and warmer and warmer. So when you do get them over to that landing page for your webinar or your course or your offer, they are going to convert much higher because you took the time, maybe while you were sleeping, your videos took the time to really warm them up to say, yes, this is what I need. In fact, I have a client who every time she opens the doors for her course, she gets multiple emails saying, I'm so glad that you opened the doors. I've been saving my money and watching your YouTube videos. Because of your YouTube videos, I know I wanted to save my money for this particular program. So just goes to show, if you are here on YouTube and you are creating valuable content, your audience is ready and willing to buy from you when you are getting in front of the right audience. The other thing that YouTube does is it creates pull content, meaning you're pulling people to your content. Whereas on social media, it's push content. It is loud, it is noisy. You've got to do a lot to kind of show up on Instagram or TikTok or grab attention because it is just a lot of noise and people pushing content on you. Whereas YouTube is pull content. People who need a solution are typing in their problem and you're pulling those people to your content to convince them you're the person to learn from, you're the person to buy from. That's what, again, makes YouTube so much more powerful than focusing your main strategy on that push loud content over on social. Social has its own strategy by far, but when you can only focus on a certain amount of content each week, YouTube just does so much more and lives so much longer for you than social and that loud push content. So let's talk about this ready to buy viewer that I'm talking about. I want to explain in detail what I mean by your ready to buy audience because we're not creating content for the masses over on YouTube. So I want to think about your product, your course, your one-on-one service, and who you've created that for. Where are they at on this journey that they are going through, right? So you want to think, beginner Betty is at the very beginning. For example, beginner Betty is just getting started, right? In whatever industry that is, whatever niche for you, just getting their toe wet. They're figuring out, is this something they want to continue with? Is this something that they enjoy? They're just figuring it out, right? Intermediate Irene. She's been playing around a bit. She's been testing the waters. She has maybe taken that next step to make it more of just a hobby. Let's think about a brand photographer, right? Let's say beginner Betty is somebody who wants to become a photographer, right? They have picked up a camera, they're learning their settings, they're figuring out the lenses, like they're just getting started. Intermediate Irene, this person is booking clients. They're maybe doing friends or families. Maybe they've done their first couple of weddings, but they're a little bit further along than Beginner Betty because they are investing more time into it. It's more than just a hobby for them. The audience that you want to be creating content for on YouTube, your ready to buy audience, is Advanced Amy. So in this example, for my brand photographer, the Advanced Amy is somebody who knows they want to do brand photography. They don't want to focus on family sessions. They don't want to focus on wedding sessions. They know they want to do brand photography. They've played around, they tested with their options here in the intermediate area, and they are ready to go all in with advanced content. They want to learn how to become a brand photographer. Now, why this particular person is who you should be creating content for is 2 reasons. First of all, beginner content on YouTube is massive. Everybody has a beginner video for something, and it's a very competitive area on YouTube. The largest gap on YouTube content is that more advanced content, that more last step before you get them into your course or you get them into working with you one-on-one. The other reason why, like I said, with Beginner Betty, she's just getting started. She's figuring out if it's a hobby. She doesn't have the money yet to invest in a course or a one-on-one program. Intermediate Irene, she's thinking about it, right? But she's still not sure which direction she wants to go. She's thinking, weddings or brand or photography. Now, when she gets to the Advanced Amy level, she knows brand photography is the way she wants to go. She has the money to invest, and she also understands the importance of investing in a course or a program that's going to get her to becoming a successful brand photographer faster. So she's ready to invest because she understands the importance of investing and she has the money to invest. So when you're creating content on YouTube, and I'm talking about the right content, I'm talking about creating content for Advanced Amy. If you want to focus on content on YouTube that's going to make you sales from day one, Advanced Amy is who you are creating content for. Now, I do want to address right here, well, I'm talking about how to start online businesses, or my person is just getting started. That's fine. You still need to think about, all right, where are they at right before they're ready to buy your course or ready to work with you, all right? Now kind of reverse engineer, what is the path that they are taking to eventually get here? And what content do they need right here that's gonna close it for them? That they have the money and they understand how important it's going to be to invest to you to get to that end goal, to get to that end point quicker. Those squares are my YouTube videos. You can't be creating random videos along this journey because you're leaving out Advanced Amy. She's not gonna watch this stuff, right? She's already gone past this, and you're gonna be creating content for the people that aren't going to buy. So when you're putting content on YouTube and you're not making money from it, it is the content that you're creating that's not prepared for Advanced Amy. But when you stack your content plan here for specifically Advanced Amy, not only is she going to find it, but anybody along this journey that has the light bulb moment or realization that they want to commit to brand photography, they're ready to invest, these are the videos that are going to attract them as well. Because Beginner Betty can decide that she wants to invest in your course and understands that important, and she can take the journey from here all the way to here, but she needs to find that content as well that's going to convince her to be an Advanced Amy. So if you're not focusing on this content on YouTube, that's why you're not gonna be making money on YouTube. And yes, you're not gonna get as many views because there are more beginners, right? You have less and less people following this journey. They start dropping out, right? You're gonna have less people here, but this is the content that's going to make you the money. And even if it's 100 views, that's 100 people that are ready to buy and work with you and pull out your credit card. I'd rather have 100 views of people that wanna buy from me than 10,000 of views that are people just gonna watch my video and not go any further. So now we understand who we are creating content for. Let's talk about what kind of content we are creating for that Advanced Amy level. So when you build the right strategy on YouTube, you're gonna see growth on your channel very much like a hockey stick. This is when you hear YouTube educators talk about hockey stick growth or look at that hockey stick growth. This is what I'm talking about. When you're getting started on YouTube, or if you are trying to correct your YouTube content and relaunch your YouTube channel, when you're starting to plan for this hockey stick growth, you wanna be focusing on search-based traffic. This is content that advanced Amy is going to be searching on YouTube. Your videos are going to show up. A bunch of advanced Amy's are going to start watching your content. And if it's the content that they want, they're going to watch the whole way through. And what the algorithm then realizes is, okay, advanced Amy likes this content. Let me start recommending advanced Amy more of your content on her homepage and on suggested videos. So while you get started here in YouTube search, and it seems like it's a slow grow, you're actually starting to build momentum on YouTube because you're starting to create a loyal base of viewers that found you on search, meaning you're finding a bunch of advanced Amy's here on search because you're creating the content that they've been looking for. Remember, there's a huge content gap for advanced Amy. And when she finds your video, she thinks, yes, this person is talking to me. And you're gonna start to get more of these people. These people are gonna start to get recommended more of your videos on the homepage and on suggested. So what happens in the algorithm is YouTube starts to understand more and more about advanced Amy in your audience. So while these people on search found you, and these people on search are still watching your content, but now they're being suggested on the homepage and suggested, creating more views on your channel. Now YouTube can understand who else would enjoy your content. So even more advanced Amy's. And then you start to get your videos in their homepage and they're suggested. They don't even have to search their problem. They're gonna be recommending your content right when they log into YouTube or when they're watching a video. Your video is gonna be beside it, being suggested next. And this is where this growth takes off because you've built a loyal follow of advanced Amy's who got their solution answered by your search-based traffic. They started to watch more of your content from their homepage and their suggested because of the algorithm. And then YouTube can find even more people that aren't particularly searching the problem, but they have that problem based on their behavior on YouTube. And you start getting suggested on the homepage and suggested videos as well. This is what that hockey stick growth looks like for entrepreneurs and online business owners on YouTube. This is why it is so important to continue to focus your content for advanced Amy, because the more specific you are with that content, the more specific the viewer is for that content, the more YouTube can understand who's the best person for that video. So they can continue finding more of those people on YouTube for you for totally free. So how are you gonna find the right content for advanced Amy to get consistent sales in your evergreen launch strategy? Well, it's actually with data so that we know exactly this is the content that we are going to create based on results. We know this is going to work. And this is a process that I teach my coaching clients called the Profitable Keyword Framework. It's a process of diving in and finding the specific keywords and phrases we know advanced Amy is searching for. And we use a tool called vidIQ to look at the search results to see how often these keywords and phrases are actually being searched on YouTube. So we know advanced Amy wants this content. So we only create the content that we know advanced Amy is searching for. We're also able to use vidIQ as well to look at what is the competition out there. Maybe there's a different way we can phrase this particular video with this keyword and phrase that's a little bit less competitive. It's just marketing it a little bit different so we can break out of the competition and come to the top, rise to the top for advanced Amy to find us. Now this is an entire process, this profitable keyword framework, and I'm gonna be sharing exactly how to do it in my live workshop, Profit Per View. Not only am I gonna walk you through step by step how to build a data-driven content plan that is going to attract advanced Amy, but I'm also going to break it down into a 90-day doable plan because listen, I know you're a business owner, you've got a lot on your plate, a lot of things to do. I'm gonna break it down into easy steps to get your YouTube channel up and running, making sales from that first video within 90 days. If you're finally ready to commit to a evergreen content strategy here on YouTube that will lead you leads and sales consistently without dancing on Instagram, go to trenalittle.com/profit per view and save your seat for this live workshop. This is the most in-depth video I've done in a while. I would love to hear your key takeaways down in the comments below. Make sure you're subscribed and I will see you in next week's video.